news now on AFRICUNIA TV for July the 14th, 2021. I am Deborah Eze. The Director General of the African Development Bank Group's Nigeria Country Department, Mr. Lami Baro, has said the Nigerian government plans to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty by 2030 and is threatened by the high rate of unemployment and income inequality in the country. He said this while representing the AFDB President Dr. Akinwumi Adesina as a panelist at the Investors webinar to showcase the investment opportunities in Nigerian privatization and economic reform program on Tuesday. Barrow noted that the recovery in crude oil prices, increase in the value-added tax rate to 7.5%, and elimination of the fuel subsidies will provide some fiscal relief for the Nigerian economy. And in more stories, from marketers and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria on Tuesday expressed their opposition to a provision in the Senate's version of the Petroleum Industry Bill that allowed only active refining license holders to import petroleum products into the country. Subsection 8 of Section 317 of the bill says the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority shall apply the backward integration policy in the downstream petroleum sector to encourage investment in the local refinery. The Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria and the Depot and Petroleum Products Marketers Association of Nigeria noted in a joint statement that the clause restricted the license to import all refined products into the country to a very small number of local refiners. The marketer commended the government's plan to repair all existing refineries in a bid to boost refining capacity. And in South Africa, stores and warehouses were hit by looters on Tuesday for a fifth day running, despite the Truth President Cyril Ramaphosa deployed to try to quell unrest that has claimed 72 lives. As pure aging erupted in the economic capital of Johannesburg and the southeastern province of KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa's main opposition accused radicals of stoking the unrest. The armed forces were sending 2,500 soldiers to help the overwhelmed police. But these numbers are dwarfed by more than 70,000 troops deployed to enforce last year's coronavirus lockdown, and only a handful of soldiers were seen at the shopping centers. The total number of people who have lost their lives since the beginning of this protest has risen to 72. The number of arrests has risen to 1,234, although many thousands have been involved in ransacking sprees. We move down to the foreign scene, where British inflation jumped further above the Bank of England's target in June when it hit 2.5%, its highest since August 2018, and up from 2.1% in May, putting the focus of the BUHARI'S plan to keep its huge stimulus program in place. Official data showed higher prices for food, fuel, second-hand cars, clothing, and footwear all pushed inflation up last month as the economy bounced back from its lockdown slump. Britain's CPI broke above the BUHARI'S 2% target for the first time in almost 2 years in May, but its rise is expected to be much less sharp than in the United States. Core inflation, which excludes the price of food, energy, alcohol, and tobacco, was 2.3% in the 12 months to June, compared with the 2.0% in May. And the sports, Arsenal suffered a 2-1 defeat to Hibernian. Goal from Martin Boyle and Daniel McKay gave us advantage. Nicolas Pepe had late penalty saved before Emile Smith grabbed late consolation. Arsenal's pre-season continues at Rangers on Saturday. Hibes face Rovers on Friday. Arsenal scored a late opportunity as Kevin Brarowski brilliantly kept out Pepe's penalty, but the Gunners did eventually get their goal as Emile Smith away returned home Hector Bellerin's cross. However, it wasn't enough to stop defeat as HIBERNIAN held on for victory in what was a much-needed workout for MIKEL ARTETA'S side. And that's all we can take on AFRICUNIA News. For more stories, visit us on our website on africunia.tv, follow us on our social media platforms on Jointium and Pangram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, drop a comment for us in the comment section. I'm Deborah Eze, and thanks for watching.